For years now, I've been making a simple lean meat burger that is delicious on any type of grill and has the bonus of being relatively inexpensive at less than $2 per burger. For supper this evening, we're having a traditional burger and fries with coleslaw, with the burgers produced on my George Foreman grill. My recipe basically calls for a pound of lean ground beef and half a pound of lean ground chicken. Now, what the chicken does is it solves the problem of the burger crumbling. It's a very light meat that is almost flavorless in a burger, which may sound like a detriment, but it certainly isn't, because it can be flavored in any direction that you want. You can make Tex-Mex burgers, smoke burgers, etc. And there is my grill for this evening. It's a George Foreman grill with white ceramic plates, detachable for watching. Now this unit's getting a little long in the tooth. I've had this for going on 3 years. I've had a number of them in the past years. This is my favorite because of the white ceramic. But the white ceramic is losing its non-stick. Starting to overheat a little bit in the middle, but I can work around that. I like the George Foreman grill because it's so easy to clean, and it's you'll never get the charbroil flavor that you'll get from a barbecue, but you can produce some really nice burgers with it. I have my ingredients lined up here. One of the main flavorings of this is going to be this onion soup mix here and some real diced onion. I basically start with that in the mixing bowl and then add the other ingredients as needed. Once I've stirred all of the diced onions, spices, and liquid ingredients into the bowl, I begin adding breadcrumbs until it forms a thick pasty consistency and absorbs all of the moisture of the flavoring mix. I've used many different combinations for this flavoring mix, such as taco powder, chili powder, sriracha, etc. But today I'm going to do a never-fail basic version with smoke-flavored barbecue sauce. And it'll permeate all of the burger. The ground chicken is particularly susceptible to it. And it really gives it a nice touch. Now, when I'm grilling it, I'll add barbecue sauce. But this here is actually going to be in the mixture. I've done this one before, I've used this one before, and this is, it's actually my favorite. One thing I should mention is I always like to finish off my burgers with a nice bun. Brioche buns are I believe that they're the best way to make a burger. Any professional will say that the bun finishes it off. In preparation, so I've got the mixing bowl, containers for storage with the parchment paper pre-cut to separate them in the containers. The smaller one is for meatballs. I expect the yield to be 12 burgers, 153 gram burgers, and which is about 1/3 of a pound, and about 5 or 6 meatballs. And I saved the meatballs. I'll make 2 of these batches. We eat a lot of these burgers. I'll make 2 of these batches and I'll save the meatballs in the freezer. This recipe makes excellent meatballs. So I filled the bottom of the mixing bowl with finely chopped onions, and I'm going to add a packet of the onion soup mix on top. Next will become measured amounts of all the spices. That is to turn teaspoons, I meant to say. These are heaping teaspoons. The beef seasoning, this is meant to flavor the chicken. A little bit of garlic powder, just 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Black pepper, you got to be careful here. If you use too much pepper, it can ruin it. I've got about 3/4 of a teaspoon. Some salt. There's going to be salt in the soy sauce, so again 3/4 of a teaspoon. And then some seasoned salt. It's one of my favorite spices. I like what it brings to the flavor. And now we're going to be putting in the barbecue sauce. And so in this case, I'm I'm going to do 4 tablespoons of it. And the final part of my liquids is going to be the soy sauce. I'll do a couple tablespoons of it. So that's it for the spices. See that? And then I'll add the breadcrumbs to turn this into a hard paste. And this is the flavoring to be mixed in with the 2 different meats. Now I'll just keep adding the seasoned breadcrumbs until I have my dry paste. When you get near the end, you want to be a little careful with the breadcrumbs because they're now absorbing all of the moisture in this paste. And if you do go too far and you turn it into something that's just a little too dry, you can add a little more of any of the fluids. Now that is ideal. Just a touch more. And there it is, all mixed together. So now it's a matter of weighing it out, forming it into patties, putting it into the proper storage containers, and carrying on with my meal tonight. I like to use the sleeve of a patty stacker to give me my basic shape to begin with. Close wins the cigar here. Now they're all the same weight. Now they're basically all the same shape. I just hand form them to make a nice little patty I know is going to fit on my bun and also going to fit in my storage container. So there are 4 perfect burgers sitting on my George Foreman grill. It takes about 8 minutes to cook them thoroughly. So I do 2 minutes, and then I add barbecue sauce and cook for another 2 minutes, then flip them over. And I rotate them top to bottom to take advantage, I guess, of all parts of the grill. But here we go. I love that sound. You see I'm cooking this at 190 degrees. You see the ones on the bottom are cooking a little, or at the bottom of the middle, so I'll switch them around. The beauty of the white ceramic is I can wipe that off with a paper towel and start all over again. I'm not putting any burnt stuff on my burgers. Flipped over and rotated for even cooking. Now on for another 2 minutes. And so there they are, finished. 4 beautiful burgers. That's tonight's supper. And there it is. You can eat that with 1 hand or 2 hands. A nice big juicy burger. And there's supper tonight. Coleslaw, a nice burger, and fries from the Tefal air fryer. My next video will be about a vegan shepherd's pie I've had a great deal of success with over the years. I hope to see you then.
When the stars won't shine for you, and your dreams turn black and blue, on those dark nights you'll be alright, I'll be right there with you. Together we'll see it through. When the stars won't shine for you, and your dreams turn black and blue, on those dark nights you'll be alright, I'll be right there with you. Together we'll see it through.